We always get caught laughing.
Hey, good evening, family.
Hey, good evening,
All
everyone.
right, it's time for Marriage Talk with Mario and Renee once again. We appreciate you guys tuning in to watch. We apologize for our last two sessions. My wife had some oral surgery, she had an oral emergency going on. Yeah, and then we were out of town. So we truly apologize for not having the other two sessions. We wanted to give a session tonight to, I don't want to say make up for it, but we'll get back on our regular routine. But we were really looking at yesterday and not having one, so we were like, hey, let's just make one tomorrow.
Hey, so we see we have some people joining in. Hello there. We are so glad that you were able to join us tonight. And if you took a look at our caption, that might seem familiar to a lot of you because it's a part of your marriage vows. And if you'll notice, the honor is in all caps. So tonight, we're talking about honor. And as you're actually joining us, if you will, just go ahead and hit share. And of course, we always love your feedback as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. And tonight, again, if you look at our caption, we're talking about honor. So Mario, let me share on your page.
Yeah, I was saying she's got to get to sharing it on my page since we're all on this one. And we if you haven't, go to the Marriage Talk page. We're going to have some good tips and all that good stuff up on the page. We're working on it. It's under construction. Let's put it that way. But we'll have the old videos and all that good stuff up there too. But in speaking of honor, we looked up the definition of honor and just what it means in regards to marriage. Honor, by definition, is to highly respect or esteem, regard with great respect. And then the other portion of it is fulfill an obligation or keep an agreement. So let me fill in a couple of blanks with that. So honor is also a privilege. So I'm looking at it like this. So I am privileged. It's a privilege to have my wife as my wife. I honor her, but in order to honor her, I have to do what's right by her, take care of her, provide for her. Those are things that are, they don't seem like it. It may seem like, oh, that's not honor. Putting someone on a pedestal is honor, but those are ways that I honor my wife on a daily basis, just by her being the person that she is. I honor her by honoring the Word of God in relation to my wife.
If you think about when you're in a courtroom and when the judge comes in, what do you hear from the bailiff? All rise. And we rise because we're giving honor to that judge, whether it's male or female, but we're honoring the position that they have. Now, if you can walk into a courtroom and you can honor this man or this woman who you don't know, have never seen, will probably never see again, what would it mean for you to honor your spouse? Now, when my spouse walks through the door every evening, I honor him with a greeting. When he walks through that door, it's not just a, hey, hello. He's honored with a hug and a kiss and a smile and excitement because he has made it through that front door. We're graced just because God allowed him to walk through that door, but I honor him in his presence each and every time he walks through that door. Not only walking through the door, but just honoring him as the man of the house, honoring him as the king of this castle, honoring him as the husband, as the father, and as the leader. And if you are able to honor your spouse and I'm talking to the wives right now. If you're able to treat him and honor him as he is the king of the household, then he'll be able to treat you as a queen. And I hope that made sense. So because I have high esteem for him, have high regard for him, then I'm able to go ahead and treat him as such, and in return, it's reciprocated back to me.
I know when at the beginning my wife was talking about, the honor being, the part of the marriage vows, made me think about what you just said about the being in the courtroom, and just think of it in terms of a contract. So if you've got a contract, typically it'll say something like you have to honor the terms of your contract. Your marriage your marriage vows are a contract with God, and you have to honor those terms. So, but I know when my wife was talking about me coming in the house and her honoring me, they could be big things, they could be small things. I tell people this: my wife, one of the small ways, it seems small, but it's very big to me, that my wife honors me. I can't remember the last time I fixed my plate for a meal. If my wife is in the building with me, that's a way that she honors me, and I'm appreciative of it. Some things like that you may think they're acts of service, but they are, but they're ways to honor your spouse. Like my wife will tell you, I'll get up if I think her car's dirty. I'll get up in the middle of the night and go wash it. She'll be like, "Where you going? What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to wash your car." But that's the way that I honor my wife. I don't, my car can look like whatever, but she ain't gonna ride. She's not gonna ride around in a dirty ride. That's just, my thing. And everybody's gonna have their thing, their way, their particular position that they use to honor their spouse. But regard with great respect. I think the other portions of honor is merit, credit. Giving them credit. Even in the word in Proverbs 31 and 31, honor her for all that her hands have done. Now she spoke to the husband. She spoke to the wives. I'm talking to the husband. Honor her for all that her hands have done. Everything. If she's getting up in the morning, if she fixed you breakfast, if she's made your bed, if she kept your house clean, all the while most of them, still go to work, especially if she's bore your children. Come on, man. Honor that woman. Honor that woman. You have to hold her in high regard at all times. Nothing comes before my wife other than God. Nothing. Not my job, not my kids. I love my kids to death, or to life. But they don't
change
to
that,
life.
change that.
But they don't come before my wife.
And even with the statement that he just said, it took us a long time to figure that out, because we always wanted to put our children first. And then we actually learned the true umbrella of how God orchestrated marriage. And once we learned how he really orchestrated marriage, then it was easy for us to be able to honor one another. And the kids actually respect that. Our kids know that we love them. Our grandkids know that we love them. But they know we have to care in order for us to be able to care for them. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And in honoring your spouse, you're honoring your commitment that you made to God. That's the biggest thing here. When you honor your spouse, you're honoring what you said to God. Like, hey, I'm gonna take care of this woman. I'm gonna make sure that I am doing everything that I can to provide, to protect, to cover, to be the priest of, again, talking to our men, to be the priest of the home. Make sure that I'm in God's will, so that our family can be in God's will, so that we're honoring in a proper manner.
So when it comes to the honor, remember those vows that you took, and it is in our caption. It's actually taken from the manual. I didn't make it up. I didn't try to remember it. It is the basic, really the basics within the marriage vows. So you, the minister asks the male, wilt thou love her, comfort her, honor, and keep her? It's in the vows. So you took that vow, as Mario said, you signed that contract.
Yep.
You signed the contract. The matter of, will you actually break the contract? You bound to a contract.
Yeah. You know, as guys,
you need a towel,
man. You know, we got these lights on to try to make the lighting right. Y'all know your boy be hot. But in talking about the contract and honoring God and honoring your spouse, you have to be looking at ways to honor your spouse. You know, you're trying to basically outdo each other. You know, how do I honor? Yeah, what the ways to outdo you?
We call it out serving one another.
Yeah.
And it actually gets funny sometimes when you try to outserve your spouse. Challenge you to try that. Try to outserve your spouse.
It's it can be funny when somebody's showing up with something or somebody's trying to do something and the other person is actually in the midst of, well, I was doing something for you. It's funny, but it's fun, and it keeps you moving forward in your marriage. That's what you want to do ultimately. Keep going forward.
Amen. All right, so we've promised y'all to try to keep these videos between 10 and 15 minutes. We're a little over the 12-minute mark. Remember, you can always send us questions. We'll be glad to answer those questions. Some of those questions we kind of answer them in our inbox, or some of those we actually bring them to the live sessions and have the conversation about them, because it's just a little too much to be able to answer within the inbox. Remember, we have set up our new page. If you have not liked the page yet, it's Marriage Talk with Mario and Renee. We have somehow lost some of the videos, so we're trying to get them into a centralized location so that they're easier to find. So again, the page is called Marriage Talk with Mario and Renee. That's on Facebook. And then we also have the YouTube channel, Marriage Talk with Mario and Renee. So again, go ahead and like, share, comment. We love your feedback.
Thank you.
If you have questions, we'll be glad to take those questions as well. So, anything else, babe?
I think that's it. Y'all have a good night, fam.
Thank you, Chevelle. Your segments need to be a little longer.
Yeah. I'll step in there. We had said we were going to try to keep them to 10, 15 minutes, but we actually talked about it today that we might start going a little longer with not just snippets, but maybe do full episodes of 20, 25, maybe even 30 minutes and cover a couple of different subjects in those.
And even if we don't take them longer, maybe we'll do them more often.
Yeah.
Because we've actually, because of my oral situation, we had people saying, where y'all at? Where's Marriage Talk? So we know y'all missed us. We missed y'all. Hey, Faye. I was about to call you by your nickname. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Dia. But we will definitely go ahead and we'll work on trying to do them more often. But we don't want people to get bored with the videos. That's why we try to keep them short. Also, we don't want people who don't catch it live to not have time to go back and watch the replays. I know sometimes I'll sit down and I'll see a video and I'll be like, oh, it's 12 minutes. Oh, it's 15 minutes. Do I really have time to watch it? So that was the reason we tried to go from the 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
But we want to honor your request as well.
Yeah, so we're talking about honor.
We want to honor your request. So we might try to make them a little bit longer or do them more frequently. We'll see how that all works out. But we appreciate your support. We love you guys. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Trina.
Hey, Glenn, I saw you too, man.
Oh, I miss Glenn. Hey, Glenn. So again, we'll let you go for now. But again, Like the page, Marriage Talk with Mario and Renee. Like, share, comment. We love y'all.
Thank you. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.